record and currently the longest reigning welterweight world champion. Please welcome the undefeated WBA welterweight champion of the world, Keith one-time Thurman. And Keith Thurman weighs in at 146.5 pounds, 146.5 for the WBA welterweight champion of the world, Keith Thurman. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is the legend of boxing. He is ready to step onto the
We're going to talk.
Pride of the Philippines, the one and only Manny Pac Man Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao weighs in at the same weight as his opponent, 146.5 pounds. We have a fight. Both fighters make weight. It is on for this epic welterweight showdown for the WBA welterweight championship of the world.
Sean Porter from the Energy in here. It's very clear who the favorite is of the crowd.
Let's pause right there and talk for a little minute before we listen to the post-weigh-in interview. So listen, 1 day away from the fight. 1 day, 24 minutes, 32 seconds. 1 day, 1 hour, 24 minutes, and 30 less seconds before the card starts. I gotta be honest with you. I'm going with Manny Pacquiao, and I don't feel confident saying that, but I'm going with Manny Pacquiao. I don't feel confident. And I do know and feel that Keith Thurman can beat him and likely knock him out. Manny Pacquiao's no stranger to being knocked out. But yet, you know, it's hard. See, I'm not confident. I'm not. Anyway, let's listen to the post-fight interviews, and we're going to talk a little bit. And honestly, I'm Pacquiao Thurman out. I'm Pacquiao Thurman out. I'm Pacquiao Thurman out. Look, Keith giving him the crazy eyes. The psycho eyes. Uh-oh. It's time. Look at that height, though. Manny definitely 5'5", and Keith Thurman's not a big dude. Like, either. And he's got his sneakers on.
Let's start with Keith Thurman, the younger fighter who Errol Spence just said, it's your time to shine. All these fans came out in anticipation of this big fight. What do you want to say to the fans here in your moment?
It is my time. This is one time and still champion by tomorrow night. Manny Pacquiao ain't doing nothing to me, baby.
All right, let's head over to the 8 division champion. Real quick, Manny Pacquiao. I know you want to address your fans. What do you want to say to all the folks who came out here to celebrate you and cheer for you for this fight?
Thank you for coming here and to witness tomorrow a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight because I want to prove something. I'm so focused for this fight, for this training camp, and I'm ready for tomorrow.
I saw you flash the abs at the Grand Arrivals. Are you in better shape for this fight than you were the Broner fight? And when's the last time you felt this good?
Absolutely, I'm so prepared for this fight, and I think this is one of my best training camp we had and best condition. It's all set for tomorrow.
All right. Thank you so much. It's going to be a good one. And if this crowd is any indication of what we're going to see tomorrow night, guys, it's going to be electric. Kate, back up to you.
Thank you very much, Heidi. It's certainly
You felt coming here and to witness
on the downslope.
Experience is everything because in your mind you've done.
I gotta be honest with you. As I was saying, You know, like Manny Pacquiao is amazing as a fighter, especially with this motivation that he has. I don't think, when it came to Timothy Bradley, here, let's go talk about it. Let's go talk about it while we got some time. 61-7-2 with 39 KOs. Lucas Matisse was washed, in my opinion, and he just wasn't the same fighter. Adrian Broner, we know that was a money grab, and it was, the name of Pacquiao versus Broner. Jeff Horn, Manny Pacquiao didn't really train for Jeff Horn. He trained enough just to work off a little bit of rust. That was it. And he went in there as Senator Pacquiao to try to fight Jeff Horn. Jesse Vargas is not, people, when he fought Jesse Vargas, a lot of Manny Pacquiao fans, I understand that, you're very defensive when it comes to, your fighter. And especially when you see a black guy covering, Manny Pacquiao on YouTube, automatically you think that he's going to try to shit on Manny Pacquiao's accomplishments because for some reason, they think that all black guys are Floyd Mayweather fans, which I am a Floyd Mayweather fan. But however, in the case of covering boxing, I give everybody a fair shake. I just don't cover Manny Pacquiao fights. Tomorrow I'm going to be covering fighters that you probably never heard of, like Lawrence O'Colly and Dave Allen versus David Price, and Derek Chisora versus Artur Szpilka, Dylan White versus Oscar Rivas, Luis Nery versus Juan Carlos Payano, Sergey Limpiñez versus that new guy he's fighting because here's the card right here. I cover a lot of fights. So with this being said, Jesse Vargas is a good fighter, but not on the level where I considered him a threat to Manny Pacquiao. Timothy Bradley, those 3 fights, I never considered Timothy Bradley a threat because Timothy Bradley shouldn't have won the first fight, in my opinion. So outside of what happened with the Marquez fight, and Manny Pacquiao was whooping his ass until he literally walked into that punch, the only person that really beat him would be a threat to him was Floyd Mayweather, and now Keith Thurman. That is it. But Manny Pacquiao has something that Keith Thurman hasn't seen before, and that's that hand speed and that powerful left hand, and also, for crying out loud, the layoffs. Even though this is maybe likely the best kid Keith Thurman has ever had in regards to, the resources and things, because he's a pretty, I'm not going to say frugal, I don't know him personally, but, he's a down-to-earth guy, even though he's a multi-super millionaire. By the way, he's supposed to be making here. In fact, let me pull up the purses for you. Now, these are the unofficial purses, the baseline purses. Of course, you've always heard, if you don't know, Al Heyman fighters, they get money from everywhere. So in the case of Pacquiao and Thurman, Pacquiao is supposed to be making $10 million on paper. Keith Thurman, $2.5 on paper. Omar Figueroa, $300,000 on paper. You're all of it on paper. Yordenis Ugas, $300K. Sergey Limpiñez, $250K. J.R. Ensign, $10K. Luis Nery, $150K. Juan Carlos Payano, $25K. Caleb Plant, $750K. Mike Lee, $250K. F.A. Ajagba, $15K. Ali Emran Demirezen, $10K. Now, basically, what all that means is, they're going to get more. Fighters get more money from Al Heyman, whether he pulls it from whatever. But Manny Pacquiao is going to make significantly more than $10 million, and also he had his tax issues. Rumored to be taken care of. So either way, Manny Pacquiao is winning. If the pay-per-view hits a certain number, they get more money, and they get more money off of ticket sales as well. Also, by the way, if you want to buy the pay-per-view, I put the information right down below in the description box. Let me grab a microphone till my new one gets here. I put the information right down below in the description box, as well as if you want to buy it on Fox pay-per-view, if you want to buy it on Fight.tv. And remember, tomorrow night after the fight, you're going to see me on my Uncut channel doing live streams because I'm trying to get the numbers up on that channel so I can get it monetized. And what best way to do it than with a fight like this? So I'm going with Pacquiao, but I'm not going to be surprised if Keith Thurman beats him. I'm going to feel like an asshole if Manny Pacquiao loses. I'm going to be like, damn, man, I should have known this was going to happen. I'm not confident, but I think Manny Pacquiao can be just enough Like, as long as he don't try to exchange in a firefight, not saying that Keith Thurman wants to be in a firefight with him either, but as long as he doesn't get into a firefight, he won't have to worry about getting caught with some shit. And I think off of punch activity, he should be able to beat Keith Thurman and possibly keep Keith Thurman at bay with that straight left hand, unless we see Keith Thurman become a super head movement wizard. You know? It takes a lot of work. Shout out to Manny Pacquiao, though. Obviously, Floyd Mayweather's going to be there. Errol Spence versus Sean Porter is supposed to be announced tomorrow at a press conference before the fight. That's going to take place September the 28th on Fox pay-per-view, Wilder versus Ortiz. You know, it's going to be a big event. A lot of news is going to come from it. I got a podcast launching. My show is still coming. I've had court dates every month since September of 2018. You know, it is now, and I have just learned how to walk. 1 year ago, I couldn't walk. Crazy. And now we are the 19th of July, so I got a whole bunch of free time until October to devote boxing to you. We had a lot of momentum, and we're getting it back once again. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com.